Yo, so this is the second step, which is your third eye. This is all about the vision. So what's the aesthetic? Who is it for? What does it look like? And brainstorming your ideas. So in this video, I want to introduce you the concept of your avatar. So this is like your demographic. You know what your demographic is, but honing it down into one person. So an example would be if you were trying to promote your latest revolutionary hip hop song, maybe your avatar's name is Charles Bronson. He is from West Sydney, he's 22, he's Egyptian, and he loves Public Enemy, Kendrick Lamar, Immortal Technique, and Remy. So he likes these political conscious musicians. He watches and listens to a lot of Russell Brand's True News. He listens to Joe Rogan's podcast. He watches movies such as The Matrix and V for Vendetta. He works at an MMA gym, and his favorite boxer, sporting person is Conor McGregor. And what he wears aesthetically is he likes sporting gear such as Nike, Puma, Fila, and he wears majority all black. So if you're trying to talk to this avatar of yours, Charles Bronson, you could try and keep in mind these things that he likes. So, and majority of the time, this avatar is basically yourself, maybe like a few years ago or whatever, if you're talking certain content of yours. So you're trying to connect with people that are like yourself. So when you do a video or a picture or you're creating something in Photoshop, you got to keep in mind, what does Charles Bronson like? So when he's scrolling down his feed and you're trying to reach someone like Charles, when you're targeting new ads to new fans, he's scrolling down, he'll see these certain things. So if you've got a music video and you've got a Kendrick Lamar poster in the background or a Guy Fawkes mask on in your video, in the picture you have a Remy quote to accompany the picture itself, the caption. Your aesthetic of your latest photo shoot is in all black, wearing Nike, decked out in that sporting fit. So when people are scrolling down that are like Charles Bronson, because Charles Bronson may be one person, but how many people are like him? So when they're scrolling down, they'll see something and they might not hear the song or the video or know the purpose of the picture, but they will see it and they'll be like, oh, like this, in their psyche, they know this is something they're into, so they'll stop and check it out. So this is your chance to deliver what the actual product is to the person, because you know what he is into. So for instance, with myself, you know, my aesthetic is the wild businessman. So even in my video, just to break it down for yourself, is like I purposely have things, though I have them around me all the time, is I've planted them in here. So there's like this horse pelvis, I'm guessing is what it is. So it's got that like animalistic stuff that I'm always posting about, my animal tarot cards. There's an incense burning here. There's skulls and whatnot. So this, a feather in my ear. So it's got that like shamanic spiritual aesthetic about it. And these are the people that I'm trying to connect with, people that are into spirituality. These are the people that I'm targeting with my ad. So if I had an ad promoting this particularly, someone scrolling down, they'd be like, oh damn, like aesthetically, this is interesting. I can see the third eye here. I can see this sort of like mossy, earthy color looking bones in the background. What's going on here? I'm going to listen in. And with your content, Charles Bronson might not always be your avatar. It can change from Wendy, the beauty salon lady, or, Fiona, the construction site woman, whoever it is, that are into all these different things. You'll have multiple avatars across your content because you're not always trying to sell the same piece of art, the same story, the same picture. It's always changing. So don't limit yourself to just one avatar, but always look at who you are trying to connect with, because myself, it is always changing, and I'm sure it is for you. So make sure you're noting down who these people are and evaluating it every time that you are posting. So when you're creating content, always figure out what the aesthetic is when you're delivering it to the people, because this is how we find people without them knowing exactly what your content is. This is this visual stimulants, because that's what social media is. We're scrolling down our feed at all times, and it's something that captures our eye that stops us. So that was your third eye. This is video 2. Next up is your throat, and this is all about expression. Peace.